All right, let's go ahead and give ourselves our last set of snaps for using our skills and our knowledge to answer those questions within our best abilities. I'm excited to see how you guys did. So we're going to go through the questions to clarify any misconceptions you might have before you exit the presentation and complete today's exit ticket. So the first question was, what change, if any, should be made in sentence 16? So I know that means I want to look at sentence 16, which reads, Bearskin satisfied the man's debts, and out of gratitude, the man offered one of his daughters in marriage. So when I looked at this, I fully understand what was happening. Looking at the answer choices that were available, one really stood out. So we have changed gratitude to gratitude with an E at the end. Now that might be it. I can easily grab a dictionary and check, but I need to make sure all the other ones are out. Next, satisfied to satisfied. So satisfied right here to satisfied, changing that I to a Y. Now, I know that's not correct because one of the rules in spelling states that if a word ends with a Y, that Y must be replaced with an I. So the way it is spelled here is following that rule, which makes it correct and does not require any changes for the word satisfied. My third option was to change marriage to mirage. Now, while we say words differently than how they appear in their spelling, marriage is actually spelled out the way we see it here. So again, I can just use my dictionary to verify that it's spelled correctly. When I do, I see it is, so I know that's not the issue. With gratitude, when I looked it up, it did have an E at the end, so I know that that is the change that needed to be completed. If you got that one right, give the screen a thumbs up. All right, moving on to the next question. What change, if any, should be made in sentence 19? So here we have sentence 19. The youngest daughter said, Father, this benevolent man assisted you in your trouble. So the first answer choice was change assisted to assisted. The assisted I see here has one S, whereas the one that it wants me to change it to has another S. So maybe, I'm not entirely sure how to spell it, so I'm going to go to my dictionary and check, but I'm going to look at all the other answer choices as well. Next, we have change benevolent to benevolent. Now, again, I'm going to use my dictionary just to verify that it is spelled correctly, and if it's not, I can see that in the dictionary. And the last multiple choice said change your to your. So here I see the word your, and the way it wants me to change it to is U''RE. Now, I know the apostrophe acts kind of like an arm, and just like when you put your arm around someone, you're kind of showing ownership, saying like, I like you, you belong to me in a sense. And this is what the apostrophe does for you and R. It combines them together. They're now together. So to check that, I would read it as if you and R. So 19 would read, the youngest daughter said, Father, this benevolent man assisted you in you are trouble. That doesn't sound right, you are trouble. Whereas the way yours written here shows possession. It was the father's trouble, and that is correct. So it shouldn't have been C. And then D says sentence 16 should not be changed. So when I use my dictionary, I see that the word that was misspelled was assisted. It is spelled ASSISTED, and here it is just spelled ASISTED. Give the screen a thumbs up if you got that one right. Good job. Next question. What change, if any, should be made in sentence 22? So again, I'm going to look at sentence 22. Preserve it carefully, he instructed. That's a very short sentence. So my answer choices have change carefully to carefully. So here, carefully has a double L. I'm going to have to use a dictionary and think about my skills and see if that applies. Do you need to double the L? Why or why not? So in this case, we do double the L because careful ends with a suffix, which is an L. And it is preceded, or what goes before it, is our noun, A-E-I-O-U. U is the noun. So when that happens, we're going to double up the